Hi, thank you for clicking on the video, and I hope everyone is doing really well. So today I'm going to be talking about veganism, which is a topic that I talk about on occasion. I really try not to focus on veganism, even though it is, I guess, technically part of my life, because yes, I am a vegan. I have gone almost 24 hours without telling someone. I feel like I need to say it like 10 times just to make up for the lack of not saying it. One of my favorite things to do, and this is kind of mean sounding, but I mean it in like a totally not rude, cruel way, but I like mocking vegans because it's really easy to mock them. Like any mindset or lifestyle or whatever, it can be taken to really absurd places, and that's just fun to laugh at. There are some like channels on YouTube that I watch solely for the purpose of becoming enraged, just to like be sarcastic and make fun of it, whether on camera or not. My best sarcastic comments are made off camera, and I wish I could capture them because I am hilarious. So one of the reasons why I both like talking about veganism on this channel, but also try to avoid it, is because my main focus is, of course, eating disorder recovery, and veganism can be seen as almost like an extension of an eating disorder because a lot of people turn to veganism as a way to restrict. While I would love for people to be vegan, I understand that it's not mentally the healthiest thing for people, and also physically not the most healthy thing for a lot of people. This is not a you should go vegan kind of thing. It's up to you. I think a lot of people with eating disorders have played with the idea of turning vegan. If you feel like you are in a mentally healthy, emotionally physical place, like you are on your recovery journey and you are well advanced, I guess, I don't know. There's no like ranking system here, but this is the terminology I'm using. If you feel like you are in a healthy place and you want to kind of dabble in veganism, that's up to you. So you have to decide if you are healthy enough for that. But I can completely understand why maybe if you are still in that like restrictive, disordered eating mindset, veganism is not the place for you right now, and it's not a secret club. Like, obviously I don't talk about that often because I don't want to be associated with the crazies, even though, I mean, I'm crazy, whatever. We're going to review veganism. It can be super healthy. It can also be super not healthy. And I'm specifically from a mindset point of view, it can be very unhealthy. I sat down to film a different video and I just didn't feel like doing that one, so push my notes aside. We are doing this, no notes. We'll just kind of see where we go with this. So I'm on Healthline, which is a really great website. So first it does an outline of what veganism is. What is the vegan diet? I freely heard that. It's not a diet, it's a lifestyle, blah, blah, blah. A vegan diet excludes all animal products. Many people choose to eat this way for ethical, environmental, or health reasons. Very basic. Someone asks you what is veganism, that is the answer. The next section is where I kind of got a little annoyed because, well, you'll see. Different types of vegan diets. So they outline whole food vegan diet. It is a diet based on a wide variety of whole plant foods, such as fruits, vegetables, whole grains, legumes, nuts, and seeds. Next, we've got raw food vegan diet. We all know about that. We've got 80-10-10, kind of problematic. Starch solution, works for some people, does not work for everyone. Raw till 4, they just gave a little shout out to Freely. The Thrive diet is basically another raw food vegan diet. And then you have the junk food vegan diet. It says it relies heavily on mock meats, fake cheeses, fries, vegan desserts, and other processed foods. I don't know if you can figure out why this section annoyed me. It never once lists like a balanced diet of veganism. Like they basically outline veganism as you have to pick an extreme. And that's kind of annoying because I guess I would align myself more so with whole food vegan diet, but like I just eat vegan. If it's vegan, I eat it. And as long as I'm not allergic to it. There's no balanced diet listed. Like you can be both a whole food vegan dieter and a junk food dieter because that's what I do. I eat bowls of rice and beans and vegetables, and I eat oatmeal with fruit and nut butters, and I eat pancakes that are made from gluten-free flour and protein powder, and I eat ice cream, and I eat pizza, and I eat mac and cheese, and I eat processed things, and I eat non-processed things. Where is that? So basically right off the bat, they're like, you have labeled yourself vegan. Now let's give you a sub-label of an extreme form of veganism. But let's not even outline the fact that you could just be a normal person eating food that just happens to be vegan. Vegan diets seem very efficient at helping people naturally reduce the amount of calories they eat, resulting in weight loss. It's not the vegan diet that makes you lose weight, it's the fact that you're probably eating less calories because non-animal foods tend to be lower in calories but high in volume. Bottom line, vegan diets seem particularly effective at improving marks of blood sugar control. They also lower the risk of developing type 2 diabetes. Animal foods are linked to a lot of these health issues. You take out the animal products, you've kind of taken out the problem. I'm sorry, I keep looking at myself in the viewfinder. I'm looking cute today. Same with the next section. It's talking about heart health, heart disease. Again, heart disease is linked to a lot of animal products. The cholesterol that is found in animal products that is not found in plants. So you take out the animal products, you reduce your risk of heart disease. This is the case for all articles on any diet on Healthline. They talk about the foods to avoid. So obviously animal products and their byproducts. So we've got meat and poultry, fish and seafood, dairy, eggs, bee products, and animal-based ingredients. That's things like whey, gelatin, lactose, casein. But that's a given. We know what an animal is and we know what comes from animals. Even to this day, people seem to not know what comes from an animal, because I did have someone recently ask me, "You eat eggs, right?" And I was like, an egg comes out of a chicken's butt. Let's just talk about some plant-based replacements that vegans should eat. So first they list tofu, tempeh, and seitan, all of which I'm allergic to. So don't eat that. Legumes, such as beans and lentils and peas. I eat beans, I eat lentils, I eat peas, and they are excellent sources of nutrients. I agree. I don't sprout or ferment them. And sometimes I don't even really cook them properly. So oops. Nuts and nut butters. And then the next bullet point, seeds. I really don't understand people who snack on nuts and seeds. I'm like, I'm not a squirrel. That does not sound appetizing to me at all. Recently gotten into sunflower butter. It's one of the cheaper options if you are allergic to peanuts. I have a peanut intolerance, so I can't eat peanut butter anymore. So I have been trying to find less expensive alternatives. I think the cheapest alternative is probably soy butter, but I'm allergic to soy, so that would kill me. Sunflower butter is probably the cheaper one, at least where I live. It is cheaper at my stores. Almond butter, cashew butter, oh, they're so expensive, and you get a jar this big, and you're like, this is $12? Why? Calcium, fortified plant milks, and yogurts. I don't check to see if they are fortified. I have been drinking hemp milk recently, and I think the brand I buy is fortified, but I don't check. Algae? Why is that an important component of a vegan diet? I don't do that. Spirulina. I think spirulina is kind of like one of those weird superfoods that has no real purpose. Nutritional yeast. Vegans' favorite. The nooch. Slang, as the vegans say. I don't eat nutritional yeast. I used to eat it every single day, and recently I just stopped. And you do have to make sure you buy the fortified one, which, again, I don't really pay attention to that. Whole grain cereals and pseudo cereals. I eat oats. That's probably the only whole grain I consume. I will eat cereal on occasion. They're usually rice-based, or there is Love Grown, which is a bean and lentil-based cereal. So I will eat those. And of course they suggest gluten-free options, because a lot of people seem to think vegan means gluten-free. I am gluten-free, but that's not because I'm a vegan. My favorite is when people are like, you can eat this, it's gluten-free. I'm like, it has eggs and milk in it. And they're like, yeah, but it's gluten-free, so you can eat it, you're a vegan. I'm like, you're saying two different things. Next, sprouted and fermented plant foods like Ezekiel bread, tempeh, miso, natto, sauerkraut, pickles, kimchi. I have recently gotten into kimchi. It's very, very good. Depends on the brand you buy. I have tried 3 different brands. The first one I tried is definitely the best, and the last one I have tried is disgusting. And I love pickles. Kombucha is not my friend. Sauerkraut, ewy. Tempeh, obviously, no. Miso, natto, no. Ezekiel bread, no, because it usually contains some form of gluten. I am not a sprouter, really. And typically, I'm not a fermenter either, so yeah. And then lastly, fruits and vegetables. No shit, Sherlock. You can't help but eat high carb. As a vegan, you have to try really hard not to. I don't even check to see if things are fortified. Does anyone really think I have the time to like actually try to be something else? I just eat food, okay? Where is that version of veganism? The one who just like eats vegan food. That's what I do. I just eat food and it's vegan. I don't eat a whole lot of fruit. I hear bananas are vegan's best friend. I don't eat bananas. I am allergic to bananas. I'm also allergic to watermelon and certain types of mangoes. I don't eat a lot of fruit. Vegetables, I eat pretty much every vegetable. I'm allergic to corn. I am allergic to artichokes, so I don't eat those. But other than that, pretty much any vegetable except for ones that I don't like. But I don't really know of any that I don't like. Pretty much, I'm just a normal person who eats what they like and doesn't focus so much on the label of how I eat, because if your most interesting personality trait is what you choose to put in your mouth, food-wise, you need a new personality. You need a hobby, and it can't be veganism. Veganism is not a hobby. Bottom line, these minimally processed plant foods are great additions to any vegan refrigerator pantry. Yeah, okay, what about the fake stuff? Because ice cream is what matters. And they talk about how on a vegan diet, you're going to be deficient in everything, except for the fact that you're not. You either have to read a lot to make sure things are fortified, or you can just track your vitamins, or you can supplement. Supplementation is easy. As long as you are eating a balanced diet between whole foods and fortified foods, you are fine. You probably still should take some sort of supplementation because you're not going to get everything every single day. Then they outline the supplements you should think about that you're going to get lower amounts from the foods you eat, all of which can be found in a simple vegan multivitamin. And then they give you a sample like menu for 1 week, all of which is severely under calories. So I don't know who these are made for, maybe like a child. So not a grown adult who would be reading this website. Then they talk about how to eat vegan at restaurants. Download an app that will tell you where vegan options are, and you can, 100% trust that. Or you could just ask. And if the person doesn't know, salad is a safe bet and you can eat something else when you get home. And they outline some healthy vegan snacks. Ice cream is not on here, but a plant milk latte or cappuccino is. Yeah, how did that make the cut? At the end of the day, veganism is great, but it's not the only way to live. Like, veganism should not be your life. It really shouldn't. I know that there are people like YouTubers who that's their living, is talking about being vegan. There are some that when the camera goes off, I'm sure veganism is something they don't discuss with their families or their partners or their children because it's just a given. But then there are vegans who turn off the camera and I feel like all they can talk about is how vegan they are. It's just one aspect of my life. It's just one part of me. There's so much more to me, and there's so much more than me that's more important than the fact that I am a vegan. Like, at the end of the day, just eat food. Eat what you like. And if it happens to be vegan, great. And if it happens to not, I don't care. I care that you eat, that you nourish your body, that you take care of yourself, and you are eating things that you like, and you are allowing yourself to like the foods you eat. And if they align with someone else's dietary choice, okay. End the video there, and I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. If you did not enjoy it, you can give it a thumbs down. That is cool too. If you're not subscribed already, maybe consider subscribing and be sure to hit the notification bell to be notified of all future uploads. If you have any comments, questions, video suggestions, anything at all, feel free to leave that in the comment section below. Be sure to follow me on Instagram where I post what I eat every single day. And I will see you next time. Bye!